and then you grab it and you throw it.
Let them know. Leave no doubt tonight. Leave no doubt tonight. No doubt. They shouldn't have played the old gold and blue. Not this night. Yes, sir. Not this night. We got to out-block them. We got to out-tackle them. We got to out-hit them and hustle. It's real simple. You out-block them, you out-tackle them, you out-hit them, and you out-hustle. Sir. And you stay within the legal limits of the game.
Yeah, what Coach said. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Mountaineer Ramble. I'm your host, Garth Brooks. Michael Covey is not here. He is a little under the weather this evening. Here with school number 33. How you guys doing out there in Ramble land? It's nice to see everybody again. We got some wins Saturday, Jacko.
That's a fact. Don't know who they paid off, but man, they done it right.
Tell you what, they about screwed around and lost it there at the end, man. Neil Brown did what Neil Brown be doing.
Well, did some Neil Brown stuff.
We now got people in the chat here raising hand. Let's see what we got going on. Trey Allison says Nico Markio. Chuck Plum says take John and his son outside, have them pick the switch out, smack them for their picks.
Yeah.
Arizona would win. I can't. I can't be mad at that, Chuck. You're right. You're right. I did pick against them.
Is that your prop guitar?
No, this.
Well, I wasn't asking you to show off. I was just going to have you bust yourself over the face with it.
Do a Jeff Jarrett to myself. Well, that would not be fun. Kelly's in here. He says, hey, guys, watching on my big screen TV on YouTube and talking to you on my tablet on Facebook. My man Kelly got two screens going for us, Jacko.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, not at all.
Good on you, Kelly.
And of course, our buddy Farrell's in the chat. He says they cover the best wide receiver in the country with a linebacker. Yeah, they can't burn Trey Lance again. How many times they run that Tampa too? Every time they did.
Every time.
Got burnt.
Every time.
I don't understand it.
What was the deal? Was the stud receiver out? I never did check on that.
Was our stud receiver?
Their stud receiver.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. He must have been injured, dude, which I'm fine with. It's, about time something like that went our way.
I mean, they had other guys that was doing stuff. And, again, Coach Brown, I can't just say Coach Brown. It's a team effort. But we about pissed around and lost the game. And it was not trending in our favor there for the last 5-8 minutes of the game. I was like, man, we're going to mess around and screw this damn thing.
Yeah. I just about did. But, hey, you know what? A win is a win is a win.
A win is a win. Never going to be mad at a win, even if it wasn't quite what I wanted.
Hey, it's still the Who Freaking Cares conference, so who are we to put on airs?
All I know is my microphone done quit working on me.
Let's go to plan B, Jack.
Test.
John says 10 catches, 202 yards, and a tutty. Check. There we go. I got plan B going here.
Get on them, Girth.
Neil Brown, I went to work with him last summer. No, I'm kidding. I did see today that apparently there's some big group of guys that are alums in Morgantown that has bought multiple billboards in town that says "Fire Neil Brown."
Oh. Yeah,
I kind of feel the way Skylar Callahan feels about it. He's the one that I found. He posted an article he wrote about it. Yeah, okay, yeah, we want Coach Brown out of there. We all do. I mean, we're all, I think, pretty much 90-95% of the fan base is done with him when he's gone. Mm-hmm. But at this point, all you're doing in that instance is scaring away future recruits, any potential candidate for a coach in the future.
I'm going to say it's a bad look, right?
Yeah.
But, you know what's a worse look?
Coach Neil Brown.
Neil Brown coach play. That is the worst look.
Yeah, it's bad, man.
I don't know. Two wrongs don't make a right. Every now and again they make an even.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what do you do?
I mean, I'm not going to be mad at those guys in a sense because, I feel the same way. I'm tired of it too. Let's get rid of him. I've openly shamed Neil Brown in the last couple of weeks on this show. I'm tired of him. That's the reason I picked Arizona. I have no faith in this man anymore. And he just continues to show me time and time again that, hey, you think we got the lead by 10-plus points. You think we're going to win? And here you come. Like Billy Mays. Hold on. There's more.
There's more. It's just one of those things where we've been hurt by mediocre coaching. We've been hurt by the change to making this a semi-pro league where everybody gets paid. We've been hurt by the fact that we don't have a big TV market.
And also, to add on to that, Jack, even though this is our home and this is our alma mater, we're hurt because we're West Virginia in a sense. I mean, as far as recruiting goes, even before the NIL stuff, it was hard to get kids to come here to play. Unless you found the kids with the chips on their shoulder that really wanted more.
I guess, but there were too many instances from the Nealon era all the way up to the start of the Brown era.
Where we had studs.
Had some studs.
And they were not studs coming in per se. Mm-hmm. But they got here and they had that blue-collar mentality and they went to work. Yeah.
So,
I don't know.
It's always going to be uphill, but, we've done things that we've definitely not made it easier on ourselves. And that's hard to guard, man. That's rough.
That's the hardest thing for me is watching an inept football team.
Yeah, it's tough.
Watching a team that loses a lot that competes, that still sucks losing, but it's easier to digest if you're competing. You know what I mean?
Well, my brother up in Fairmont, he likes a different team that most of us don't care for, right?
The green team?
No, God, no.
The Panthers?
No.
Oh, I'm trying to Fairmont. I'm confused.
Anyway.
Buckeyes?
Stop. Anyway, I've seen it be easier for him to just turn off, check out, right? Because they're foot shooting cousins as well.
Yeah.
And it's tough.
Wildcats.
I don't want us to be. Are you just going to fire out every team?
We'll get to. Look, we're here for about an hour, Jack. I'll get it eventually.
I'm not answering anymore.
No further questions. You should have brought one of them beer helmets there, Jack, so you could drink your
How do parents
your
do
water.
This every Halloween? Good Lord.
Oh, Chris D. He must be in Morgantown, or maybe he just seen the article. He said he's seen the billboards. Yikes!
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I get their aggravation, but I just really feel like that's very distasteful, and it's going to scare people away.
It is, and what it does is it advertises that the program's divided. I think anybody that's connected to it already knows that. Well, we say divided. How many people are in Neil Brown?
Like I said a minute ago, we got 95% want Neil gone.
So, it's not great, but I guess it's not the worst thing either, right? The worst thing is lowercase Pitt is what, 7-0?
Yeah,
that's the worst thing.
Yeah. It's like they're going to get theirs this weekend, though.
Good for them. But, I'll care. When we don't play Pitt, they could win all their games. I don't care. Don't watch them. Don't want to watch them. Got nothing for them, right? But, if we were, say, where we should be, maybe over in the ACC, I care a little bit more.
Yeah. If we looked at them every year, and their record we kind of compared to the schedules and what have you. I agree 100%. Double G, Garrett Green, he was out Saturday. We got a good look at Nico Marchio, and he's not here, but I'm going to go ahead and throw this out there because I think this is the first time ever in the show this has happened. But, you, me, and Mikey all give Nico our game ball this week.
First time this season.
Have we done it before? I don't pay attention to stuff.
Listen, I'm not going to beat you up over a decade and a half of work, all right? But, yeah, we have done a trifecta on the game ball before. But, hey, listen, he deserved it. Not knocking anybody else, but he was head and shoulders out there above everything. So,
and, you can look at these numbers, and no, they're not mind-baffling numbers, but he didn't turn the ball over. He managed the game. He got in there and run a little bit when he had to.
Mm-hmm.
He did fumble, but he got it back, so that don't count. But, yeah, Nico, good on you, buddy. I still don't know if I would get on the bandwagon. I've seen a lot of people saying, I need to bench Garrett and play Nico. I don't think I'm there yet.
I don't think so either, and that's the thing. Like, one of the crazy things about Garrett is just his overall streakiness of play.
Yeah, you don't know what you're going to get. I mean, he's kind of like the Mountaineers in a nutshell, because here we are, week 10? We still don't know what the hell we got. Well, that's still what you got with Garrett Green.
Yep.
I mean, the potential's there, but potential ain't going to win you a ball game.
We ain't at week 10.
What's that?
We ain't at week 10.
Oh, we're not? We're week 9? Well, I don't know. We're week something. Yeah, I know, Jack. Me too, buddy. Me too. We do have this to share with you fine folks. We thought this.
Another drive with glimpses. And they're going to fake the field goal.
Okay. Now they can. It was nice to see some trickery. Would I have been saying the same thing if it had not worked? No. I'd have been mad at him. Why are you doing that? Just run the ball.
No, I would not have.
But, that did work. It was nice to see. Let's see. We'll get some of these boys in the chat here. Chris says that's what Nico is capable of when he gets to practice all week. Practice? Practice, Chris?
We're talking about practice?
We're talking about practice. We're not talking about a game. That's great. Chuck says, great win. Hard to get excited with Arizona, who has been giving up 30 points last few games. No clue what we got. No clue, man.
Yeah. I think you know what we got. It's unfortunately not much, but when it works, it works.
Yeah. Yeah, when it works, it works. But I can't get over that. Continuing to run that defense where they had Trey Lathan chasing that wide receiver down.
Mm-hmm.
He got burned at least 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, well, it's not what he's built for.
No, that is a fact. What else we got in here, boys?
Did you catch the coach's interview today?
I did not. Did you?
Nah.
I'm tired of hearing the same daggone thing. You know what I mean?
I would like to hear how he spun that.
Trey says Garrett Green's time is done. Point. I don't think so.
I don't.
Unless he's hurt.
I don't think that's the way Neil Brown looks at it.
Oh no, he likes his seniors.
Yeah, it's not going to be up to us.
No.
So,
I mean, it's not like Nico come in like number 5 back when we was playing Louisville back in the day. Just changed the name of the game. Oh, man, that was. A lot of people don't realize that Pat White changed the game.
Sure.
And I'm not just saying that because we're WVU guys. He changed the game.
Nah, man. Listen, that was the most dangerous man in college football, period.
Yeah.
And for a time there, us running the Big East, it was the best conference in football.
Yeah,
Right.
one moment in time.
Listen, you're always going to have your SEC that's loaded and always trying to be the best conference, but back then they were snoozing, and we were rocking heads every week, and it's a shame they busted it up.
Yeah. Farrell said he's concussed is the rumor. Double G. He got a little Chris Benoit in his blood, so let him come play football.
Oh, God. Is he going to have to wear one of those diaper helmets?
I don't know. I guess.
I just can't.
Yeah.
I don't want none of them guys to get hurt, but I just can't, man. Like that dude that wears that one, I've seen him like 2 different weeks in a row. I think for Green Bay.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
No.
No, it's for LA. LA. Oh my God, that's distracting.
Got a big old melon head out there, doesn't
I can't watch it. It reminds me of you remember Goldeneye?
Yeah.
Put the big head version on and he's shooting them people. I'm like, man, stop. Somebody's gonna pop that bubble.
Oh, that's great. Goldeneye. Man, some of these guys in the chat, Trey Allison wasn't because of mine. He probably don't know nothing about no Goldeneye. That was the original multiplayer, baby.
If you don't know, you better ask somebody.
My move was the proximity mines, dude. I'd lay them out and I'd go hide out.
Yep, mines were good. I always like sniping people.
Yeah, that was good too. If you can find you a good place to perch up,
and
you can mess some people up.
Dude, it amazed me, like when you were in the snow.
Uh-huh.
Like, I just left tracks. Now they're gone.
Oh yeah, that was good stuff. I tell you what, I hated playing GoldenEye. When you was sniping and you found you a good spot, and you catch your opponent that's sitting beside of you, not on line, beside of you, looking at your screen, trying to figure out where you're at. Get the hell out of here! Look at your own shit, pal.
Oh man!
Back in the good old days.
You remember when we used to, do things together like groups and all
Yeah,
that?
yeah, that's as fun as the thing. Yeah, now everything's done online.
Socialize.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice at a pinch, but it's. I mean, I'm not going to go off on the rabbit hole, but it's ruined mental health in this country. Sure. You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah, man. Anyway, Chris D says 3 touchdowns on 4th down. Is that what we had? 3 touchdowns on 4th down? That's ridiculous.
I'm not going to lie to you. I was slightly inebriated when I was watching most of the game.
Yeah.
So
don't know.
Couldn't swear to it.
We'll leave that one for you, Chris. Thanks, buddy. Trey says, I get it, but man, Nico looked the best, and they say he's injured. I think he's just got his shit rocked, and now he doesn't know how to get back up.
Yeah.
Well, it's like Tyson said, everybody's got a plan until you get hit in the mouth.
Yeah, but that's one of those things where back in the day, it was getting rocked, right? You had to reach down, grab some sack, find the marbles, whatever. Now that's an injury, man. I mean, it's just a state of play we're in.
Unless you're Tua, then we'll just let you come back and play the next week.
Boy, oh boy, and he doesn't. He needs one more than anybody, but he doesn't believe in the diaper helmet.
No.
Oh my God.
He needs the double stuff at diaper helmet.
Oh, dude. Oh my.
I can't believe they let that boy keep playing. Is he playing now? Is he out right now?
He was back yesterday. I don't know what happened because I only get the one feed, and it's some garbage CBS feed. I always got to watch like the Steelers or some nonsense. That's why I watched LA like 3 times this year.
Chuck says, I'll never forget watching that game when he took over from, don't remember, number 11. Anyways, I was like, holy shit, who is this guy? Mm-hmm. I used to know who it was that he replaced.
Wasn't Eric, wasn't it?
Was it?
I think.
Might have been. Which, he wasn't shabby.
No, he was fine.
But he wasn't Pat White. Well, but then again, who is?
Nobody knew Pat White was Pat White. I guarantee you nobody on that sideline knew that. Pat was like, wait a second.
Let me show you something.
He was like, hey, Steve, come here. Let's do this.
Hey, Owen, come here. You want in on this?
I got a plan.
Oh, man. Back when it was fun watching the old Mountaineers.
Oh, it was, man. God, it was fun.
Chris said, any Skins fans? Hell. The Skins aren't a thing anymore, Chris. What do you mean?
Yeah. I'm a Skins legacy, Chris, but I call myself a fan of the league now. I just can't. You call me a racist and all them other ist words and all that, and take my team name away. I just can't. I can't help you with any of that. I wish them all the best.
You're not a Commodore then, huh?
I just can't.
Or whatever it is.
I'm in the Charles Mann camp, and I remember before they released the name, he was like, none of us are happy with this. None of y'all gonna be happy with this.
I mean, you could at least kept it in the same vein, right? Something. I mean, I know it still wasn't a help.
Or hey, how about this? Say no team's ever done anything more for First Nations people ever, right? Ever. Any team name that ever borrowed something from them, ever, right? Nobody's got history like that. Nobody gave back to the tribes like that. Nobody did anything like that and just stood up and said, this is something we're proud of. This is something we believe in. 3 Super Bowls, and, you know, you rip that away. So to me, I'd rather lose a team all out. Now, I know some people don't feel that way, and that's cool, man. Like I said, wish them nothing but good, but, man, leave me out of this. Yeah, y'all didn't want to hear what I had to say a couple years ago, so leave me out.
Well,
but also, I would like to see the Vikings gone, the Cowboys gone, the 49ers gone. Let's see, any team name that could be determined derogatory.
What do you mean, Cowboy?
Right. Yeah, because Cowboy in a
Buccaneers. Let's get right into.
Oh, gone. Yeah.
Yeah, gotta go.
Yeah, Raiders out.
Gotta go.
Done. If you're not an animal name or something stupid like the Fury or the Fire or the Flame or the charcoal, whatever it is.
I got to resolve. We'll just call everybody by their city.
Yeah. Let's have 15 Wildcats or something.
Wildcat point 2. Point 3. Let's see. Trey said, I played on the PS2 all the way up to now. There's not too many games I don't know. GoldenEye was Nintendo 64, baby. Old school, baby.
Yes, sir. Man.
And you had that WWF No Mercy. Remember that one?
Was that the one where you could play Stone Cold?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Chair shots and stunners. Yeah, that was a fun game.
Chuck says best part of the NFL is when the fight with the logo on their helmets. Stop hate.
Right, sure. Yeah, and you want to pump that out. That garbage is still on the end zones. Hey, guess what? Play ball and let me worry about what kind of person I am.
I got a friend I'm talking to. I'm actually in the middle of my talk show.
That's cool. Hey,
Skull number 3 says hello. Tune into the Mountaineer Ramble.
Hey,
see what this.
Call early, call often.
Don't listen to him. Don't call. Don't call. You get text.
Call in, and you get sung to by Girth Brooks and Harry Gant. Will say something nice to you, son.
Do
it.
Anyway, sorry guys. Chuck also said best part of the NFL is when they fight. What, you just said that, Chuck. Why'd you say it twice for? I don't lost track of where we're at. Trey says, yeah, I played the Super Nintendo growing up, but didn't get to play the 64.
Hey, did anybody get a little fed up with that NFL commercial yesterday? Every 3-4 commercials where they want us to go vote.
No, I didn't even watch yesterday.
Personally, look, I don't complain about your exorbitant contracts. I don't complain about how you redact the rules without telling anybody, and we're still forced to watch the league. But you know what? I don't need you to tell me to go vote. I don't care how the players vote. I don't care if the players vote. Matter of fact, I don't care if anybody else votes. Yeah. If you're a citizen here and you're not voting, you're wrong. But you know what? It's not my job to go and patrol you, and it's definitely not the NFL's job to go out there and tell me to do things at all.
Well said, man. We are a week and a day away.
Oh, yeah.
From I ain't gonna get into it. We might talk about it a little bit next week. Maybe we could talk these people at home in the voting. Jack, you think we can do that?
I'll tell you right now, if I got to tell you to vote, stay home. Don't vote.
Yeah, you should want to vote because you care about this country. You should want to have a voice, even if it is a small voice. In my opinion,
you should do your civic duty.
Exactly. Chris said, watch out, Peter going to take down the animal names next. Sorry for opening this can of worms.
No, it's a fact. One of the strengths of the NFL and one of the reasons it survived through the 60s to today is the fact that the markets weren't supposed to dictate everything in the league, and every owner has an equal vote, right? But you didn't. You turned on one team and you killed us. You murdered our mascot, and you didn't stand up for us. you just deemed us racist and
But we didn't. But we didn't.
Yeah. So,
Mountain Marshall says, well said there, handsome Harry Gant.
my man.
Kelly's been chomping at the bits about some trivia, so I think it's time we do some trivia. What do you think, Jacko?
I'm not here to tell you to do trivia.
That's true.
Let's see where this goes.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Mikey's not here. Let me get rid of his name again. We got to get my man over here. One of them curvy straws. What are they called? Silly straws?
Cowboys don't drink out straws, Hoss.
You're right. Of course, as always, photo is brought to you by All Pro Photography and Framing from the Dale Sparks collection. Get a hold of Dale Sparks at All Pro Framing and Photography for all of your photo and framing needs. This week on the show, we are giving away a autographed Quincy Wilson The Run. Jack gonna play us the song. Go ahead, Jack. Hit him with it.
That's all I know.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Classic.
Thank you.
Classic.
Thank you very much.
Chris said, "Where's Mikey? He's a little under the weather this evening. Unfortunately, he's not able to join us. He's pulling a WVU. He's taking a week off.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, he feels better. We miss you,
Bye
Mikey.
week syndrome.
It's contagious.
All right, you throw the number up. Call early. Call off.
Don't
folks.
listen to him, guys.
Ring a dang dang.
Don't call. You can't call. Since it is Halloween week and the Mountaineers don't have a game this weekend, I thought I'd change it up, Jack. We're going to do a Halloween themed trivia this evening.
I didn't think we got all dressed up for nothing.
Yeah, right. That being said, remember, guys, texting is the only way you can win, contrary to what Jack says.
You see the number, you call it.
No, don't call. All right, here you go, guys. First correct text wins this autographed photo of Quincy Wilson. And not just any photo of Quincy Wilson. That's from The Run, his famous play. Anyway, this week's question is, what famous magician died on Halloween?
Right there. There's your number.
There's the number to text. It clearly says text right there on the screen.
You should already be dialing.
So I'm wondering if it's going to be Kelly, if it's going to be Farrell,
Ring a ding ding.
Kelly's sitting there with his Google machine ready to roll, I bet you.
Mm-hmm.
Chris on the chat says...
You can go ahead and type it up there in the chat, too. He'll take that, too.
Will I? No, you got to text.
Sure.
Yeah, that's the only way.
Yeah, all right, folks. Just go ahead and call in like you normally do.
I can't believe nobody knows this. I thought this was a gimme. This was a... what's the term I'm looking for?
Well, David Blaine and David Copperfield are still alive, to my best knowledge. So, I mean, who's the other magician you guys know? Come on.
We got a correct answer, and
I didn't hear the phone ring.
it did not ring. You are correct. It did not ring. We have a correct answer, and it is one of our regulars. Jack, you want to take a stab on who it might be?
Why are you asking me questions?
One of our regulars. Just throw a name out there. He's a friend of yours. You're the one that brought him to the show.
He's a friend of yours? He's
a friend of
ours.
mine. He's a friend of ours now, but you're the one that's known him the longest.
Look, you throwing these questions out and all that. I've got some business down the road at the bank after this show. I don't want to get involved. Hell no, me.
And I got to go to Madison Square Garden too, Jack. I got a thing I got to do. John Farrell, congratulations. You got the correct answer first. Had multiple answers that were correct in the chat. Harry Houdini's the answer. Chris answered correct. Kelly answered correct. But John was the first one that got it right. So
dial up and win, folks.
Good on you, Mr. Farrell. Guys, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back and talk a little bit of Halloween chatter. Why not?
Gavin Ward can take care of your real estate needs, including loan closings, title searches, and deed preparation. Gavin also specializes in landlord-tenant matters and estate planning. Josh Miller has the experience and skills needed to handle your personal injury or wrongful death case, including car, truck, and motorcycle accidents. He will fight for you. If you're in debt and considering bankruptcy, Gavin and Josh will guide you through the bankruptcy process. 2 lawyers, 1 office for all your legal needs. Gavin Ward and Josh Miller. Call us today.
Come on in and I'll show you what we're all about. Hi, I'm Randy Ellis, and here at Got Girth, West Virginia, we're always pushing the boundaries to give you the best. That's why I'm excited to introduce our latest game changer, the Platinum Procedure for Male Enhancement. This advanced technique is designed to deliver the results you've been looking for with enhanced precision and comfort. Our state-of-the-art procedure room is equipped with the latest technology to ensure a seamless experience from start to finish. Ready to experience the platinum difference for male enhancement? Visit our website and take the first step today.
All right, here we go. All right, guys, welcome back. Girth Brooks School 33 out of the house. Mikey's not in the house. We're going to do some Halloween rambling. Got the fancy Halloween lights going. Let me see if I can do something here to make it. I don't like it, damn. Okay, I think it's working now. Nope. There it goes. There it goes. Might have to call the fire department. What sucks is, tell me if you agree, Jack. What sucks is the camera does not do it justice. This looks badass in here. Got the smoke rolling, the laser beams piercing through.
Like, I feel like I'm going to get to third base tonight with oh, I shouldn't say anymore.
Right.
Not with this guy.
Yeah, leave it there. Leave it there. John texted me $50 from last week, too. Hey, you got to talk to Mikey and Jack on that one. I ain't got nothing to do with that one.
I got you. And what that is I'm going to buy Mikey's debt and then just sweat him for the rest of his life on it.
Yeah, that'll... and just wait till he tries to give you the money. Like, no, we're good. And then next day, fuck with him again. Like, no, where's my money at, man? You still owe me.
Living kind of high on the hog for a man who owed money around town.
That's right. Chuck said, "Are y'all at the Blue Oyster?" Maybe we are, maybe we're not. But we're not going to incriminate ourselves.
Now, that would have been a good idea for a Halloween movie. Police Academy meets Frankenstein and the Wolfman and Dracula. That would have been pretty good.
That would have been a party with that.
That's exactly right.
All right, sorry. So we've done a trivia, but we're going to have some fun asking some questions. These questions, you guys can chime in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. Some of these we've talked about briefly in the past, but we've been here, what, Jack? 12, 13 seasons now, something like that?
Yeah, 18 maybe.
Yeah, so everything's going to be repetitive at some point.
You got 2 kids in the Marine Corps now, so, I mean, yeah, 18, 20, life.
Sounds like a rock song. All right, we'll start off simple. I want you guys to chime in at home, too. Jack, what is your favorite, what is the best Halloween and worst Halloween candy in your opinion?
Gosh. Best.
Did you ever have anybody on the street when you was growing up that give away full candy bars?
Yeah, it was usually the elder folks right when they were about to pass on.
Yeah, they was doing their service and paying it forward.
Yep, we were talking about that over the weekend. Yeah, they're like, oh, Miss Simmons sick or something, man. We got full-on Hershey bars.
She wanted to give us the whole aisle 7 at Kroger.
I don't know. Growing up, my parents didn't like much of the candy, so they'd pull out like their cut, and that was usually like the Butterfingers and the Milky Ways. That was my mom's, right? I didn't really care. Like, I was a nerds guy. And I will say the thing I looked most forward to was there's a couple of neighbors, and both of them just passed this year. They were a couple of streets over. My dad was always good enough to roll with me over there. She would bake me something fresh, and we'd end up at their house. And they had a cool house, and that was fun. But also, my grandma, who lived the next street over, would give me a mess of candy.
Hold on a second. If Grandma's giving out candy, that's not really fair. You can't really count that because that's just a treat from Grandma.
No. She gave me a mess of candy, like a bag, right, of candy.
Okay.
Right.
Now, did she give other trick-or-treaters that as well?
Mine was better.
Sure.
And she topped it off with a zebra cake.
Oh, shit, son.
Yes. Now, that I enjoyed.
I guess for me, my least favorite is, I don't know what they're called, dots, maybe, the little gummy.
Yeah.
Those were terrible. And
not a dot fan, huh?
No, not a dot guy.
Okay.
And it seemed like we always got a bunch of those on Halloween.
You take Bit of Honey over dots?
100%.
Really?
I do. I take a Bit of Honey over most things. Bit of Honey. My grandma got me obsessed with that when I was little.
How'd you come down on licorice? Jelly beans or...
I don't like the black licorice, but I like the red licorice.
Yeah.
It's funny that I don't like dots because it's kind of in the same vein of the Sour Patch Kids after the sour goes away, but I love Sour Patch Kids.
Good and plenty?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've ever good and plenty.
Yeah.
My favorite, though, probably still to this day, is the little Reese cups.
Yeah.
Those were nice.
Yeah, my dad used to
he
take his
he
cut
sniped
out
them
of that.
bitches, did he?
I heard today there's a statistic that says every half of every candy haul is divided almost 50% between
Yeah.
parents and kids.
Well, that's only right. I mean, right?
Is it? I don't know.
You got to teach kids how taxes work in this country.
I mean, I'm all for giving them an economic lesson, and I'm all for giving them the business, but I don't know, man. That seems a little egregious. I wouldn't want to be paying 50% taxes.
Yeah, that's pretty
Of
normal.
course, we could be around a corner from that, so I don't know.
Yeah. I remember there was this one lady one time giving out quarters on Halloween. That was interesting. But that was back in the day when you had a quarter pop. You remember the quarter pops?
Quarter pops.
Yeah, you go to get you a Big K cola for a quarter.
No, okay. No, I do remember Big K, but I remember like the 24 packs for like $4.
Well, down in Glendale, down in God's country, we had Rick's Supermarket, and they had all the regular pop machines, the Pepsis, the Cokes, and then they had a Big K pop machine. You can go get you a quarter, drop that bitch in there, get you a quarter
didn't
pop.
Walmart do that for a while? Like
I think so.
Sam's? Yeah,
I think so.
Now,
I think that was after the quarter pop, though. It was like a 35 or 50 cent pop.
Now I do enjoy a Kroger Dr. K, and I do enjoy is it Mountain Lightning from
yeah, there's
Walmart?
a Mountain Lightning. There's also a Mountain Lion. I can't remember all the different
Those are
flavors.
all right.
Yeah, they weren't bad.
My
I couldn't do the cola. It was not good.
My uncle used to hustle the coupons at the Kroger's and later at the Walmarts,
Yeah.
and we'd take those up on the boat. I never minded. I thought it was fun.
Why not?
Hey, every now and again when the sale was real good, you got Pepsi or Coke. I mean, why not?
Chuck Plum says he's texting me. He done migrated to text me. He ain't even in the chat no more. He says, I love Kit Kats, hate black licorice. Yeah, me too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you come down on candy corn?
Oh, I've never had a problem with candy corn.
Nor I.
I mean, it's not my go-to, but I don't got a problem with it.
Now, I will say, ever since they started making the pumpkins,
Yeah?
I prefer the pumpkins.
Okay.
Yeah. But I won't kick candy corn out.
No, I ain't got a problem with it. I look at the hate on candy corn like the hate of Nickelback in this country. I mean,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Apparently, they never listened to the early albums.
Yeah, it was good shit back in the day.
It's all right. It's all right.
I
did turn them off the other day when it came up on like 90s mix.
Oh, what'd you have? You remember?
Spotify.
What song it was?
Oh, the
Photograph, maybe.
that's the other one.
They had
Photograph's Def Leppard.
They had a couple cheesy ones.
Nickelback. It was one of those, and I was just like, nah.
Have you heard them cover Sad But True?
Yeah, I believe I have.
I know that you are. It's surprising to me that this is coming out of my mouth, but I know that you are probably a bigger Metallica fan than I am.
Yeah, maybe.
But
I only have 3 tattoos of them, John.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You may have me on that one, Jacko.
Maybe.
But anyway, Nickelback, I thought they did a great job with the Sad But True cover. Let's go back.
You know, I mean, it's a popular thing to hate on them, but it's really dumb. And all you do is, if you really truly hate that band, when you go out there and try to shame them, they're just making money.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're telling, hey, people, go check these guys out. They suck.
You've essentially turned them heel in the recording.
That's right. Nickelback with a chair.
You think they give a damn what you think?
I heard a guy say one time. He said, whether you like me or you don't like me, if you're talking about me, I'm winning.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's a fact.
Chris on YouTube said his best is the 2-pack Reese cups. Man, I don't know if I ever got a 2-pack Reese cup.
You take 2-pack over the singles?
Nah.
Well, and here's the power of the singles, right? Because you can hustle a lot of singles if you're working Halloween, right?
That's right.
I mean, you can stack a grip, as some of our friends would say, right? I've never seen anybody stack a grip on the 2-packs because that's high end. That's a lot of
currency.
That's a house with means.
That's right. He says his worst is the loose candy corn. Well, you gotta explain loose candy corn.
I think he's saying like in the bottom of the bowl, like candy corn is kind of mixed
left
in,
over,
fell out of a package.
Okay,
or they're just trying to get the hell out of their house.
That's all I got.
I mean, that's all I got.
That's all I got.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little grubby, but hey,
whatever. Chuck says dots and crown works. Wow. I've never thought about that, Chuck. I might have to try it out.
I just like crown-flavored crown.
Right. Ain't got to get all crazy with it. Candy Cigs and fuck the gum with the zebra that lasts 2 seconds. I love that. I love that gum.
Oh, man.
I love that gum.
Strikes and wrestling superstars on USA.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Old school, baby.
I always did like the candy cigarettes growing up.
Yeah, I did too. They were fun.
Yeah, till I got to I guess middle school, and there was always that kid smoking in the bathroom, and I was like, I don't want anything to do with this.
Yeah.
Then I became friends with that kid in high school.
I said, hey, what's up? You still got them candy?
One thing leads to another.
Let's go on and do some more questions here, guys. We still got a little time here tonight. All right, this one's going to be tough. If you can only pick one, Jason, Michael Myers, Freddy, or Pinhead.
You know where I'm going.
You're going to pick Pinhead. There's 100%. No doubt in my mind.
Uncle Doug.
Chime in at home, guys. We want to hear from you guys as well. Probably for me, just because. Is there any of the other horror villains based around Halloween other than Michael Myers?
Based around Halloween. I mean, I don't know, because, obviously it's part of Jason's shtick, and.
So was
Michael
the whole
Myers
Crystal
shtick.
Lake, the whole thing at the camp, was that around Halloween? Is that when it was supposed to happen?
I mean, it's cold enough to be like steam off the water. So I mean,
so they never actually say it. It's just kind of
it's implied.
Gotcha.
I mean, technically, it's a summer camp, so it'd probably be during the summer.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'd want to go to camp there.
No, I don't care what time of year it is.
Yeah, I'm good.
Brian Marshall's the Kamala Harris. That's fucking terrifying, Brian. Ah! You got me.
Oh, she's awful. God, she's bad.
But I would pick Michael Myers just for the tie-in with Halloween.
All right, so John Carpenter's Michael Myers or Rob Zombie's Michael Myers?
I like them both. I gotta go OG though.
I do too. I much prefer Rob Zombie's take on it.
Really?
The whole white horse bit.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking about that driving up the hill. You know, I mean, it's pretty romantic when we get here. People don't know this. We're shooting in a pretty hidden, secluded place, but there's a lot of romance on the walls. Obviously, Kevin loves Carla. That's going around. But I was just thinking about White Horse and the whole mythos about that, which is something Rob Zombie just happened to think up, which I think is brilliant.
That was definitely not on my bingo card. Rob Zombie doing a fucking Halloween movie.
Thought it was pretty good,
and I was like, okay.
I really like the part where he power bombs the chick and then just drives the butcher knife through her. Like, listen, who hasn't had that knife, right? But the White Horse. I was thinking, have you ever been? And I'm not talking about people like me that keep their anger on a low boil all the time in the range at the back of their neck. But have you ever been so mad that it's like white hot rage and you start to transcend a physical state into just pure, utter, blinding rage? And I don't know.
I'll tell you what, it's funny you say that because
pit game.
Yeah, I have learned through the years as an adult to channel my anger, but I do remember multiple times when I was younger that I had what you're talking about, where I would rip your fucking throat out.
Vibrate.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, you learn that you got to cope within reality.
I found it amazing that he wrote that piece, put that into that movie, and I thought the first movie was okay, but the first movie was just an update of John Carpenter's work, which is brilliant.
Just a setup, pretty much. Yeah.
The second one, man, that was off the rails, and to me, other than the very first Halloween movie, like 78, Jamie Lee, right? That's the best Halloween movie.
100%.
And a lot of people hate it because I guess it's too violent for them or whatever.
Piss off.
It's Michael Myers doing Michael Myers stuff, man. That's what I need out of it.
I don't have the question on here. I should have had it on here, but I don't. Actually, before I go on to that question, let me see if anybody back here mentioned it. I mentioned there's Chuck Plum said Charles Manson, Ted Bundy, or Jeffrey Dahmer. Well, obviously, Jeffrey Dahmer and Charles Manson would be more scary than Ted Bundy because Ted Bundy's not going to come after us.
Nah.
But I think Dahmer scares me more.
Yeah, I'm not scared by any of those guys.
Yeah.
Charlie didn't do his own killing. And also, he's the kind of guy that if you saw him walking on the street and he came up to hustle money from you, you just
piss off.
You give him a beating,
right?
And probably take your belt to him.
Yeah.
And Jeffrey Dahmer, obviously, I'm not in that community. Maybe you could tell him more about that. But,
I see what you did there, you fucking prick. Oh, Jack setting him up, knocking him down, boys.
A lot of those guys, I mean, there's not really, obviously, healthy, aggressive males. We're not really the prey for these guys.
Yeah, these guys ain't coming after us.
The one I have read and watched documentaries about, two of them, I'll say Iceman.
He was badass. I just watched a new documentary on the Zodiac Killer. It was pretty good.
Zodiac was all right, but I mean, I'm just thinking have you, bro? Can you throw a punch? The first couple of guys, I am the Zodiac. Come on, man.
Be a man.
Yeah, but also Chikatilo from Russia, who
The name does not ring a bell, but I've probably heard of him.
You want to hear some gory stuff?
This stuff, was he?
Like that guy was serial killing people since he was a child. The reason
was he the one that worked for the mafia?
No.
Okay,
you're talking Iceman.
Okay,
but Chikatilo survived like the famine and all that from World War II.
Okay,
and they're pretty sure he was killing people back then as a kid. And grew up, and we're
going to have to circle back to this when we go off the air because I got to check this guy out.
He would mangle, people and eat them and all that. So he was pretty rough. Like Ed Gein picked on like old or unpopular women and skinned them and all that. I mean, look, I love the Silence of the Lambs.
Hey, speaking of which, it's funny you mentioned that because I watched for the first time last night Red Dragon. I had never seen it before.
You never seen that?
And I love Ed Norton, but I had never seen that one.
You want to get your mind blown?
Yeah.
Watch Manhunter from '85.
Really?
Yeah, it's Red Dragon. It's just different players.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but Hannibal's scary because Hannibal's like everything bad. He's unassuming. He's smarter than you are. He's completely given to violent outbursts that don't affect him.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite killers of all time.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
But, so, Silence of the Lambs really isn't about Hannibal. It's about Buffalo Bill.
Right, exactly. There's a lot of people
Again, Buffalo Bill, he's a weirdo. Like, he comes up to you, you're probably going to,
put your lotion on his skin.
Ted Levine's a big guy, but, you're picking on, like, insecure big women.
Yeah.
Plus-size women.
Yeah.
Like, any guy is just going to be like, I'm not going to give you the backhand. I'll give you the front because you're not good enough for it. Whoa!
Did you ever watch the Hannibal TV series they had for a little while?
I actually had some scotch running through me one night and
dove into it.
It came on and I saw a couple episodes of it. It's all right. I love Mads Mikkelsen, but
the thing with that with me, I don't know if you guys at home watched it or not. Maybe you guys can agree or disagree. But the thing for me was it was good, but it was too much. Come on, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's really hard to contemporize Hannibal Lecter. Okay. So one of the things that people laugh about a lot, the first one is when the cop like turns to Clarice and he's like, "Is it true what they say about him?" She's like, "What do they say about him?" He's like, "He's some kind of vampire." And she's like, "They don't have a word for what he is." And that's the whole thing. That's like the ambiguousness of that character is what makes him terrifying.
Yeah, 100%. Well, since you're on the topic, I'm going to go ahead and take this question off the screen because what I was going to ask.
I didn't say anything about Pinhead, but yeah, he's my favorite.
Right?
Pain. How dare you say the word?
Oh, could you imagine that somebody's coming after you?
Listen.
Jackson, bring it on, whatever.
Look, man, I've done plenty of wrong in this life.
All right. Time for me to get mine. It's time for me to get mine. But anyway, my question is, and again, I don't have the graphic up there, so if you guys at home are listening, chime in. We'd love to hear from you. Who is your favorite ultimate horror movie villain of all time? Is it Pinhead?
Yeah, I'd have to say so.
Okay.
I like the character. I especially like the character when they started doing graphic novels about him, and I like his position in the aristocracy of hell or the priesthood of hell, however you see it. Right? I like the fact that he enjoys how much trauma and pain he can cause. Right. I enjoy the fact that he wants to usurp Lucifer himself. Right. He's again much like Hannibal.
That's a good word, by the way.
Well, that's if you ever get to read the Scarlet Gospels, it's brilliant, and like he tries to be like kind of like the whole story of Satan trying to usurp God,
right.
Getting cast into hell. Well, Pinhead.
Well, it's so ironic that that's your favorite character, and that's why. My favorite character of all time, and he's not a movie horror character. Did you ever watch the TV series Preacher by any chance?
Yeah, oh yeah, and read the graphic novels.
Oh,
yeah.
there's a graphic novel too.
That's what it came from.
I'm gonna check that shit out.
Oh, it's the show's pretty good.
Cowboys, is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, old Cowboy.
He's a bad motherfucker.
He's good.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And I can just imagine this dude coming down on me. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, what the hell?
Preacher's rough, man. The graphic novels take it to another level.
I got my 16-year-old. Me and him recently. I got to rewatch it. He had never seen it, but here recently we binge watched that, and he's a big fan of it. He really enjoyed it.
I think they did good work with it. That's everything they did in the graphic novel would be very difficult to bring to the screen.
Sure, yeah. The only problem I had with Preacher, I guess, was the ending. It kind of felt flat for me. But what do you do? You know what I mean?
You can tell.
What do you do?
You can tell in these series when they fire all the writers. And they're like,
Let's finish this off.
Let's finish it off. Yep.
Same thing happened to Game of Thrones. I don't know if you're a fan or not.
That's
but
the downfall of series. You know?
Yeah. Enjoy them while they're good. The only thing that pops out in my head that was good start to finish was Breaking Bad. That was great for me. I really enjoyed how everything went.
Pretty good. I was never the biggest Breaking Bad fan. I thought it was okay, you know, but what was the show? I watched The Shield from start to finish. I thought it was very good.
I don't guess I've watched that one. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
worth checking out.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Yeah, if you like bad cop shows. Oh yeah.
Okay. I've recently watched a little bit of Dexter. Never watched that one before. It's kind of fun.
Dexter's good until the Edward James Olmos series, which is like the biggest waste I've ever seen of like an actor that I absolutely love in the villain role, and they completely boof all of that. But I'll throw one out there that maybe not a lot of people have seen, and this is just for being up late nights in the mid to late 90s. There's a show called Poltergeist Legacy.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. That's good shit.
It's pretty good, and I think it's season 2, maybe episode 1. The Undertaker plays the Hellhound, right?
Hold on a second. Mark Calloway, the fucking Undertaker on WWE. Really?
Yes.
How did I miss that one?
I think everybody missed it. It wasn't like a gigantically popular show.
Was he like covered up here? Or
no.
You could tell it was him.
No, it's him. It's the Undertaker. The whole stick of it is one of. So it was kind of like an anthology, right? But it was linear, so the players didn't change, right? But you'd have different stories, different places, things like that. One of the people that they introduced, I think it was in the first season, goes to hell and escapes. And the thing, their stick on there was, there's no lock on the door coming out, right?
Okay.
And everybody's like, well, why is that? And they're like, you don't want to come out. He comes after you. So this guy.
So this guy's like the fucking cowboy and preacher. Devil sends him to go back and get his shit.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's the Undertaker though, and he chases this guy down.
Okay.
It's wicked.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to look that one up, man. That's
pretty
good.
Cool, man.
That's really good. I like that one. Let's see. Chuck said it was scary, but I just flushed a demon that has been fighting me the last hour.
Better out than in, man.
I'm glad you got him, Chuck. Brian said Blair Witch scared the shit out of me, but then again, I was on the front row of the theater on some really tasty mushrooms. That'll do it. Hey, do you guys remember when it first came out? Everybody was like, "This is real. This is really happened. This happened," and it was. I mean, at least for me, I know you're a couple years older than me, but for me at the time, I was like, "Oh shit!"
So I was in the Army and rooming with one of my best friends, and I set him up. Like he came up in one night, and I was young and I couldn't drink at the time. So he came in from the bar, and I set it up. I had a lookout and everything. Give me a radio squawk, right? So I leaned up in the corner, like the chick in the end. I'm leaning in the corner, and like he walks in, and he's like, "Oh!"
Got him!
Got him!
Hell yeah, that's great. Chuck said, "Oh man, they had to bring the actors on stage at the MTV Awards to show it was fake." Yeah, I don't remember that one, but it don't surprise me. That was so good. Let's see. Let's do another question here, Jack. We can start at 8 o'clock. You want to do one more?
Yeah, sure.
We'll do one more. Why not? Okay, so what is more scary to you, Jack? Public speaking or skydiving?
Skydiving. I do public speaking all the time.
Yeah, me too. I don't know why. I guess I put this question over for Mikey. I'm not afraid of a crowd. I don't care
I don't like heights.
I don't care if there's 5 or if I don't care if there's 500,000, whatever.
Been doing it since I was a kid. I don't like heights. I don't like falling.
I used to think I didn't have a problem with heights until I did construction work, and it was steel construction. And they put me up in a man basket, which, if you guys don't know what a man basket is, it's a fucking basket that they hook to a crane, and then the crane picks you up on the side of a building. And like I said, I didn't think I was scared until I got that son of a bitch, and I was like, fuck this. I did construction for about a year, and I said, I got to get the hell out of here. This ain't for me.
And it's both ways. Some guys, they get that, and then they're never scared of it again.
Yeah.
I'm all right up to a roof, and then anything other than that, no thank you.
Well, see, that's what got me. It wasn't that initial pick. It's whatever. I still remember distinctly to this day. One day they had to pick us up on top of this roof, and we were working on the roof. We was taking the old sheet metal off the roof and replacing it. Well, pretty much 80% of the day we're taking this stuff off. And then they start flying some up, and we're putting it back in. Well, we ran out of time before we got done, so we're going to finish it up tomorrow. And I've been sitting on a fucking I-beam all day long, sliding around, doing my shit, doing what I got to do, not worrying too much about what's underneath the I-beam, the bottom of the building. And then it come time to get up, and I could not stand up to save me. And to this day, it's so strange to me because I wasn't scared. But my body's like, nope, fuck you, we're good. Yep. We're going to stay right here, bud. And I was like, oh, whatever.
Yeah. So my second summer at West Point, I had to cross this beam. It was probably, 10 meters high. And it was, you couldn't, if I put my feet down, a third of my feet would have been hanging off. So you had to hit it one after the other.
Yeah.
I turned sideways, slinked.
Yeah, man.
And I went all the way, and then you had to do 3 steps up, 3 steps down, hang off of the thing, right?
No bueno.
Then ask to be released, right? And then drop. And
yeah, don't sound fun.
I almost fell off, but I was, I'd been studying jiu-jitsu, and I was doing this, right? And somehow got righted and did it. I still hate heights.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't care for them.
Brian Marshall's funny. He says, and now I know that's why you punks didn't come ziplining with me last season.
Yeah, Brian, I appreciate the invite. That's not anything I enjoy.
I was going to try to come, bro, and try to face my fears, but I don't remember what I had going on.
I did the one at Burning Rock, and God, I wish I hadn't.
Yeah, to fuck with you?
That whole thing, it's like where you see people going, and you're like, nah, I'm fine. Get loaded up, do the thing. Something slipped, right? So I'm, scared to cat it up and trying to, do that. And it just, man, I did not care for that.
Yeah.
I did it, but man, that's not my kind of recreation. Now, funniest thing. In the Army 10 years.
You would never make it this season with an 80-foot repair. I don't know what that is, but it don't sound fun, Brian.
Never make it this season.
With an 80-foot repair.
No, I don't. Yeah, you got me. But funny enough, 10 years in the Army, I do enjoy helicopters and everything we do out of them. It's weird. It doesn't make sense, but I don't know. Maybe it's the helicopter. It's an aphrodisiac. Makes me want to get in bed with heights. I have no idea.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm not skydiving.
Nah, no, thank you. Got a good friend that does that, and God bless him. I think you're insane for flinging yourself off of bridges and whatnot. But hey, you know what? I'll take your insanity over people that don't vote the way I do. I'll tell you that now.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and throw this last one out. We only got one more. What is your favorite horror film?
Ooh.
That's a tough one when you try to single it down to one.
It is.
Me personally, while you're thinking about it,
Go ahead.
me personally, it changed in the last year. Because for a long time, It Follows was my favorite horror film.
Okay.
You familiar with it?
I think I tried to watch it.
It's where they got a demon chasing you, and the only way you can get rid of it is to have sex with somebody else. Yeah. I enjoyed that one. Maybe it's just because I'm a horn dog. I don't know. Mikey, Jack's trying to get me drunk. See what you're doing?
Get you drunk. So I will say, when I was a kid,
Thanks, sir.
not having a very good grip on the horror bit, the first thing that ever really scared me was Gremlins.
Yes, right. Freaky. Okay. Yeah.
All right. And I mean, I liked it, you know, but like at night, thought I could see the gremlin eyes and all that. Whatever. Maybe I did.
Yeah, maybe they was there.
Say, little bit older than that, and God bless TBS for really not paying attention to ratings or anything like that. If you guys have ever seen, I think it's 1977 film Gargoyles. That one messed with me for a while.
On a different topic, though, but kind of the same vein. Why don't we see buildings with gargoyles on them anymore?
Because people suck.
Right?
They're awful.
I mean,
like,
I can't argue with you. You're right.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing as, what do you call it? Unisex bathrooms, right? Listen, we have different plumbing. I don't care about anybody that blurs the lines. You want to do that, that's fine. But I mean, do we need to change like the buildings for that? Because I expect different things in guy bathrooms than I do gal bathrooms.
Right. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Okay. And just saying, but okay. So Gargoyles messed with me. If you haven't seen that, that's a trip. I watched it not too long ago, and I was like, that's all right. And then The Exorcist is still probably.
That is a creepy ass movie.
It still hits.
Yeah, have you seen any of the Nun movies? Those are creepy as shit.
To me, it was just too
much.
No, it's just like the jump scares and all that.
Oh yeah,
and like that Nun's messed up. She wants to kill you. You know.
Well, let's go see what's going on over here.
I tell you one that I had high hopes for that let me down. I think it was called The Robe.
I guess I know that one.
It was Anthony Hopkins a few years ago.
Oh, okay.
And he's I think a cardinal who gets possessed. And
sounds fun.
Well, I thought it would be, but they made it a PG-13. And there's a scene with, one of the funny scenes is there's a kid that comes up to him and he like kind of smiles at it and like the kid's, being annoying and all that. And he just turns and like smacks that kid like backhands him and like the kid's like, chirp, 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 right? And then there's a part of it where there's a mule and the mule gets possessed and it's all red-eyed and like creepy. That was cool.
A possessed mule. I never would have had that on my bingo card.
And the kid's like, Di mulo, because it takes place in Italy.
Okay.
Right? Okay. That was good. I really like this movie. Doesn't scare me, but I really enjoy where they went with it. It's 13 Ghosts. It's a fun one.
That was really good. And me, when I'm looking at a horror movie, I'm not necessarily looking for what scares me because I'm not patting myself on the back, but I'm not gonna get scared.
You're not gonna scare me,
right? But I want an entertaining show.
Been through multiple divorces. And right. You're not gonna scare me, man. That's not gonna happen.
I mentioned it when
Kamala.
You might get me there. I mentioned at the start of this topic that It Follows was my favorite horror movie for a long time until recently. And I have recently found Art the Clown and Terrifier. And I absolutely love those movies because for me personally, it's just a shock factor of, wow, okay, this is mainstream and we're doing this. Let's go.
I'll add one out there. The most non-intentionally funny horror movie to me.
See, that's kind of how that one was for me. It was great, you know.
It's The Devil's Rejects.
Oh, so good.
But so funny.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
I mean,
now, is that the one with Spalding's,
it's one where Spalding's good.
that's when he's like, you want me to talk like his motherfucker, whatever he said.
No, everyone likes House of a Thousand Corpses. I can't figure out why. But
Now, hold on. What's the one with Dr. Satan? Is that House of a Thousand Corpses? When the kids are stopping off at this little place on the side of the road somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I like Spalding in that, but the movie itself I didn't care a lot for.
It's not my bag. The second one where they're on the run, and it's like the Firefly Clan.
That made me think of another one. You remember the Hills Have Eyes? That was good shit.
That was okay, but
They ruined it going too far with it. I feel like
I
should have had the one, and that was it.
I feel like it got a little into the realm of like weirdo horror porn.
Yeah,
like,
come on, guys, you gotta give me that much with it.
You gonna make her do that? Ugh. But I like stuff like that, and I think that's one of the reasons I enjoy Pinhead so much because if you see him, you know why he's seeing him.
Yeah, you know he's just about to go down.
Yeah, and you know he's gonna say something cold. And just, man, god dang.
Rachel Johnson says, "Still a Rob Zombie Halloween fan. Not scary, just good." You're right.
Yeah, and they're pretty good. I wish you had made more. Or maybe I wish John Carpenter had made less. Either or.
Chuck said, I don't know what movie it was, but had a gator in the sewer in New York, and it came and bit a guy on the ass as he was on the toilet, and it messed me up as a kid for a while.
Yeah, that would. That definitely would.
It kind of got me as a kid, buddy. Yeah, I think that's why I don't like snakes to this day.
That was rough. That was rough. On the vein of Halloween, though, what's your opinion on Halloween 3, Season of the Witch? That's the non-Michael Myers Halloween.
Right. I mean,
reference.
I don't hate it, but it's not going to be a go-to.
I remember that being shown on, I think it was before Fox 11. I think it was when Fox was on Channel 7 and watching that, and I was like, this is pretty cool. I hate that kid.
Right? This kid's a jerk.
Yeah, get him.
Chuck also said, I guess this was his initial pick. He said Poltergeist.
Yeah, Poltergeist.
He left the bodies. Carol Ann.
I almost
stay away from the light, Carol Ann.
Listen, I enjoy Poltergeist, and funny fact about that, like the second unit director they claim is Steven Spielberg, or he ghost directed it.
Oh, really?
That's what they're saying.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
And he'll never tell, and that's fine. But I really enjoy. I like Poltergeist 2 along with the original Poltergeist, and I hate both of those kids, but you know.
Jack's People's calling. He said, "Hey, it's time to go, buddy. You done rambling?"
Gotta lay a bet on Monday Night Football, but I really enjoy 3 because that creepy preacher is awesome.
It's pretty creepy.
he's she is in terrible danger.
Let's see if I got any more comments before we get out of here. Brian said, honestly, fellas, I believe trash and trash out. Keep it good. Know where you're at. Everything will be all right.
Yeah, that's fair.
Chuck said Poltergeist 3 has Joe Biden in it.
Yeah, yeah. God is in his temple of wisdom. Blah, blah, blah. And I don't like cults to this day.
The right, Rachel said? I don't know. That was earlier.
Oh, was that the Anthony Hopkins one? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it would have been great if it was R. And, I mean, it was awesome when he smacked that kid.
Yeah.
And Demulo was cool, but, like, I could have done for more of that. And it was really, It was about like what was that film people watched? They liked it or whatever. They just did another one. Oh man, what was that?
Well, you gonna figure it out after we go off the air, ain't you?
I sure will. It was recently on, and it had some kind of heavy hitter actors in it, and it was a follow up to. Oh man. But like it went right to the point of getting good or even a little scary, and it just lost its mind. Yeah, it was just like, no.
That's my problem with a lot of newer horror movies is they're so good and then they're not.
It was the Pet Cemetery. They just
I didn't even watch that. It was good and it sucked.
It had the ability to get good, and then it's just like, nah, I want all you guys to die.
We was talking about characters. One of the characters that fucked with me for a long time was Aunt Zelda from Pet Cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
That bitch scared the hell out of me.
Yeah, that was tough.
All right, guys, I think we have come and gone. Mountaineers took the week off, but we did not. We come here to ramble, talk a little Halloween havens. Y'all have fun this week. Don't do anything we wouldn't do, and if you do, name it after us. You know the whole verbiage.
Bingo.
Jack, you got any final thoughts for these folks out here?
No,
He's done with you. We didn't ramble 20 minutes longer than we was planning on. We do appreciate you guys tuning in every week. You guys, either way, me and Jack's going to talk shit to each other, but it's nice when you guys can plug in and talk shit with us. We really appreciate you guys. Mikey, hope you feel better.
He's here. He's just invisible.
Oh, yeah, Mikey, that's his costume. He's a
great
ghost.
costume, Mike. Now go out there, steal your kids' candy, push them down.
Not 50%, though. Don't get crazy.
Don't get crazy.
70-30? Can you go with that, 70-30?
Listen, look, I'm out of that bracket. I'm not a candy guy, but hey, do what you do. But, make sure the kids are picking on the weaker lot and upholding Halloween tradition.
There you go, guys. There's your final thoughts. I don't have any final thoughts for you. Just have fun, be safe, take care of each other, take care of yourself. If you can't take care of each other, at least take care of yourself.
Good Lord, you are Girth Brooks.
I'm Girth Brooks, baby. I think he's in some Diddy trouble right now. I think he allegedly did something to somebody or something. It's not his fault. He went to work with her that summer.
Yeah, listen, you will not ruin Garth Brooks.
No way, sir.
Not happening.
Look, my second wife, I asked her to marry me at a Garth Brooks concert. But she's not my wife anymore. But I still went to a Garth Brooks concert. You hear me?
Go. There it is.
Paid $12 for a fucking beer, but I went.
There it is.
So good. So good. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. Skull number 33.
Bang, bang.
I'm Garth Brooks, guys. Until next week. Hey, I bet you the Mountaineers don't lose this weekend.
You won.
All right, guys, we'll see you next time. Ramble on.
Ramble on.